Hi, in this lesson, we will see about how to create DSA campaign. In the previous lesson, we have discussed how these DSA campaigns work, right? So these DSA campaigns work based on the web pages. So in order to target those web pages, we give the URLs and we give few conditions in the campaigns. Okay, so let's go into the interface. Okay, so here I have come into the campaigns level and click on the create button, right? New campaign. So sales. So you can select as per your requirement. So as it is a sales, you need to also select the appropriate conversion action. Delete this, okay, and remove this one also, and continue. So it is a search campaign. It is website visits. So let's keep this campaign name as okay DSA Digi Store. Continue. Right. Start new. So all the settings I am keeping as it is. So here we have discussed it, right? If you keep display network enabled, so it will be a hybrid campaign. So we don't want it. So I am removing this display network. So location is India. You can select as per your target location. So I'm targeting all locations. Here if you want, you can also give audiences. We have discussed it, right? Everything we have discussed regarding the audiences. I am turning off this and everything is as it is. Okay, next. So we can skip this one. And so when you create campaign newly, so you will be only able to create the standard ad groups. That is, you will be able to add the keywords. You don't see any option related to dynamic targets. So here you can remove this ad group. Okay, without this ad group, you can create the campaign. Later, after creating the campaign, you can again create the ad groups. Okay. So next, let's go into the budget. Give budget. Okay, let's give 10 rupees and next. Wait few seconds. It is reviewing our settings and click on publish. Yes, publish. You see? So after launching the campaign, go to the campaigns, go into the campaign. So here you can create the ad groups. So create on the click on this ad group create button. Okay. So here you will be having two options in this drop down, standard and dynamic. Standard means you will be able to give the keywords, and in dynamic you will be able to give the web pages. Okay. So select the dynamic. So here we need to give the website. If you have observed in this campaign creation process, we didn't mention any website, right? So it is asking website here. When you mention website, what it will do, it will retrieve the data from its storage database. In its storage database, this Google algorithms have segmented our web pages into categories. Okay. So according to the categories, it will retrieve the data to this Google Ads. Okay. So I am duplicating this tab. So if you give this website, this is our website, right? Copy. If you give our website here, so there won't be much use because in this, these are the different types of targeting dynamic targets. If you see here, this is one type of targeting, okay, based on the categories that are indexed by the Google, okay, and this is something where we can give some rules, and this is targeting all web pages, okay. So let's first give this. So here we are not seeing any specific categories. So in order to give those, we need to add the our website URL. So even though here we have added, so they are not coming. So let's go to the campaign. Okay, let's go to the campaign settings. Going to the campaign settings now, right? So this is the one, right? Go to the settings. So if you have observed while creating the campaign, okay, you didn't see this option DSA search ad setting. Okay, you have noticed it, right? So this option is available only after you create the campaign in the campaign settings. Please remember this, right? Here I am giving the website and click on save. Okay, and here I am refreshing it again. so that it will load the settings. Wait few seconds. So again I am selecting dynamic, continue. Now you see these are the different categories that are indexed by Google. But as a best strategy, I don't suggest you to target these web pages through categories. So this is one targeting, okay, but this is not a good practice. So if you want, you can target, you can simply select these options and you can simply target them, okay, but I am not suggesting it. So, and the second option is all web pages. So you can, if you want to target all the web pages, you can select this one, okay, all the web pages of your website that are indexed will be targeted. So this is also not a best practice, because here all our website pages will be targeted. So some web pages we don't want to target, right? So those web pages will also get targeted here, like review page, disclaimer page, right? There will be some web pages, right, where there is no much use to the users. So those web pages will also get targeted. So the best practice is using the specific web pages where we will be giving some conditions to target our web pages. Okay, let's see one by one. So here, if you see, this is the first one, right? Use exact URLs. So what happens with this? When you use exact URLs means you are targeting the exact web page. Let's say I wanted to target this web page, this product. So I click on it. Okay, I copy this one, copy, go here, paste and add. Okay, so this is how you can simply target those web pages. So here the complete URL should be added. So when you add this URL, this product will be targeted, this web page will be targeted. How will be the ads triggered? So based on the content available here on this page, our ads will be triggered. If a user searches with a query related to any of the word present in this web page, okay, so if the query matches to any of the content in this web page, so this ad will be triggered, okay, this web page will be triggered. You are getting me, right? So if you want, you can add multiple URLs like this. So let's take another one, right? Let's take this one, okay, both are shoes only. Copy, go here, paste it here, add. That's it. This is very simple. So based on the kind of condition you are given, you can name the ad groups. Let's say here we are using the exact URLs, right? So DSA URL equals like this, and click on save. So in the DSA campaign, so in the DSA ad group, there are there is no any headlines. So in responsive search ads, okay, here in RSS we have 15 headlines, right? We have 15 headlines and 4 descriptions. DSCIPTIONS. Okay, and we have to give one final URL, right? And we have to also give paths. We will be having paths. We have discussed it, right? Everything we have discussed. But in DSA, we don't have any headlines. We have only descriptions. That also we can only give 2 descriptions. Okay, and we don't have any final URL because here we are targeting the web pages only. So these are automatically combined by Google and show to the users on the search engine results page. So let's go here. So there are no headlines. These headlines are automatically fetched by Google based on the content available on these web pages. Okay, and these descriptions we have to give them. So here I am giving some generic descriptions. Okay, but it has to be according to the theme. So if you are targeting here any shoes web pages, those headlines should be also related to shoes. So here I am just giving some generic headlines, I mean generic descriptions. Okay, and paste, save and continue, save. So you are getting me, right? How you can create these DSA campaigns. So here in the settings, currently we are using maximize conversions bidding strategy. So in the next coming lessons, I will tell you what are these bidding strategies. For now, just I wanted to change it to the manual bidding strategy so that I can show you how we can give bids. Okay, so manual, and save. So don't worry about this now. Just uh, only focus on the concept of this DSA campaign. Okay. So again, I'm clicking on the create dynamic ad group. So again, dynamic. Okay. So here specific web pages, create rules. You see here we have four conditions. One is the category, that is the same one here. Okay. So as I told you, we don't use categories because these are something related to Google. So we don't want to give control to Google. So we focus on this more, these three conditions. Okay. The first one is content. Based on the content available on your web pages, we can target them. Okay. So every website, okay, either it is e-commerce, either it is blog, either it is leads, each and every web page will be having some content. Okay, so based on the content available on those web pages, we can target the ads, we can target those web pages. Okay, so let's say in the content, if you have something related to uh, toys, okay, we wanted to target all those web pages that has toys, we can simply give this toys and click on add, not this one, click on add. Okay, so after you click on this, here it is asking us to give bid, right? So let's give this as $10, 10 rupees bid, and here you can give as 15 rupees bid. So like this you can give multiple conditions, or you can add multiple conditions. Okay, and as I told you, as a good practice, you name these ad groups according to the condition you are using. Okay, so it is DSA URL contains, right? And save and continue. So again, I am using the same generic headlines, copy, paste, using this second one as well, and save and continue, right? So let's create other two conditions as well. Click on dynamic again, continue. So let's go to specific web pages, create rules, this time page title. Okay, let's see it. Okay, so as I told you, every web page will be having some content. So in the content we will be having headlines, we will be having titles, we will be having some content, the descriptions. So in this page, this is the title. Okay, this is the title. If you have any doubt, you can also check it. Okay, you click on left button and view page source. So control F for finding title. You see here, this is the title. Okay, so based on the title you are using also, you can target the web pages. If you have same web page titles, then those web pages will be targeted. Okay, let's say here I wanted to target those web pages having the title of earrings. Okay, earrings. So you just add those conditions here and click on add, give the bid here, then 10. So I have told you, right? So in the standard ad groups, we give bids to the keywords. In the dynamic ad groups, we give bids to the URLs or to the conditions we are giving here. Okay. So the ad group name is DSA page title, right? It is page title. And save and continue. The same ad copy I am giving here. Okay. And description too. Done. Save and continue. So let's create the final one. Okay, dynamic, continue, web page, and URL contains. So this is the URL contains. Okay, so we are talking now about the URL. Whatever the URL contains, those uh, web pages will be targeted. Let's say in the Digistore Pros. Okay, I am going here accessories. I wanted to target those products that are having these accessories. Okay, in the URL, So all those web pages that has having this accessories word, okay, accessories string will be targeted here. So I am copying that string and paste it here and click on add. Give the bid, okay. You can give the bid as per your budget available. Give the name DSA URL contains, okay. Save and continue. So enter a unique ad group name, okay. URL contains, right, we have used it. So let's keep it like this. URL contains. Save and continue, right? And give the ad copy. Copy and this as well. Click on save. Okay. So if you observe earlier we have this error, right? URL contains. We have used this 2 times. Let's see what is this one. We have missed something here. So this is page contains, not the URL contains. Let's change this ad group name. Okay. URL contains. Click on all ad groups. This is the one, right? This is page contains, not the URL contains. So please understand the difference. Okay. So what are the three different targeting conditions we have seen based on the categories? Okay. Based on the specific rules and based on the, or we can target all web pages, right? So it is very simple. So as a best practice, we mostly use this specific rules. Okay. So we have seen all these conditions, how we can target these, all those different targeting options available in DSA campaign. So let's see what are the few best practices that we can follow to have these campaigns run successfully. Okay. So one of the best practice that you have to remember is that, so you need to negate all the existing keywords present in our account as negatives in the DSA campaign, because let's say a user coming into Google and searches for a Digistore Pros. So when he types for Digistore Pros, as the keyword is already present in our account, okay, and we have also targeted the through DSA campaigns, there is a possibility that our ad will be showing from 2 campaigns, because 2 campaigns are eligible. The standard campaign, that where we have targeted the keywords, and the DSA campaign through which the website pages will be triggered as it has content. So 2 chances of having shown our ads on the SERP, right? Here 2 campaigns are eligible. So we have used keywords, right? Why show our ads through DSA campaigns? Let DSA campaigns show for new queries. Okay. So further, we have to make sure that these search terms, I mean these ads where we are using the keywords, should be triggering only from the keywords, not from the DSA campaigns. So for that, we need to give negatives. We need to add our existing positive keywords as negatives, okay, in the exact match in the DSA campaign, so that those keywords will be triggered only from the standard ad groups, and the new queries can be triggered from the DSA campaigns. Okay, you are getting me the logic? So first one is adding all the negatives, all the negatives, all the keywords. Let's say adding all the keywords, positive keywords as negatives in exact match in DSA campaign, right? And the second one is adding irrelevant landing pages as negatives. So because you see here in the web page, so in the website, every website, okay, there will be in every website, so this cookies policy, return policy, disclaimer, these are the few web pages where we don't want to show our ads, right? Where we don't want to trigger those landing pages to the ads, because there is no use, right, triggering these ads. So it will hamper the user experience. Okay, so we have to negate, or we can negate those unnecessary landing pages. Okay, and final one is you can also negate the out of stock products. So there is no use of targeting these out of stock products, right? So why we have to waste our spend on those web pages? So you can also negate those these web pages where we have out of stock products if you are an e-commerce client. Okay, so how can we do it? So similar to what we have seen in the standard campaigns, where we there is an option of negating, so where there is an option of adding negatives. For DSA campaigns as well, we can add the negatives, and those negatives are called as negative dynamic targets. Okay, so for it you go to the dynamic ad targets. Okay, select the appropriate campaign. Okay, so here these are the targets that we have given for this campaign, and you see here negative dynamic ad targets. You click on it, and the process is same that we have discussed. Okay, while creating the target conditions, I wanted to add this at the campaign level. Select the campaign. Okay, so I, as a best practice, I suggest you to add the negatives in the exact URLs only. Okay, if you use any create rules, if you use any conditions, there is a chance of missing, or there is a chance of negating the useful URLs also. Okay, so as a best practice, I suggest you to use only this exact URLs. Okay, you go to the web page, so select the, let's say I wanted to negate this out of stock product. Copy this one, go here, paste, and add, save. That's it. So this is as simple as possible. Okay, so I hope you have understood this lesson about how to create these DSA campaigns. I suggest you to go and practice in your accounts. Okay, so that you will get an idea of how to create these DSA campaigns. This is a very simple campaign, but yet very useful one. Okay, so we will meet in the next lesson.